So we're gonna do the service on the Exmark. It's got 150 hours on it. I put, let's see, 50. I think I put over 80 hours on it last year. So I had 20 when I started, and it's got 150 on it now. So I had 130 hours to put on it. Sorry. Got the air filter already changed. They messed up and didn't get me the internal one, which is okay. We'll go. When I go back, I'm gonna pick up an extra filter because, you know, if it gets dry this year, these filters get clogged up. So it wouldn't hurt to have a spare one. And the internal didn't look so bad. The external looked kind of dirty, so I changed it. They forgot to give me a daggone fuel filter, which is not too bad. I'm gonna pop it off real quick. I gotta run to town anyway. I'll get one of them. Hell, you can get them anywhere, at Real King or something like that. Got the 3 quarts of oil, a new filter. It's the same filter as last year. And I'm changing the oil on the skid steer, so once that's done, then I'll move over here and start draining this off. So yeah, it started up pretty hard. It ain't started in a while. I don't know why I didn't do a cold start, but man, I can't express how much I love this mower compared to my Kubota. I hated that Kubota tractor. I mean, it's a good mower. It mowed fine, but this thing here, you can cut grass and haul ass any day of the week. And it's just a dang good mower. It does. I mean, it is gas, so the fuel on it ain't going to be the best, but it gets pretty good fuel consumption. I can normally get through most of the fields without having to fuel up. And actually, it's full right now. But just a dang good mower. So we're going to go ahead and do the service on here, and we'll catch y'all here in a little bit. So, I went and got a fuel filter for it. They forgot to give me one, but it'll fit. It'll work fine. It's just a little bit smaller than this one, but it's got the same inside cartridge filter. So, let's pop that on, and we'll get back to we'll get ready to start changing the oil on this sucker. So, we're draining the oil out here. I got one little complaint about this mower. Some of the service on this. I like the drain hose, don't get me wrong, but they needed to put at least like a little hole up here or something or cut this back a little bit. That way this hose, you don't have to sit here and hold it, because when you don't hold it, it don't pour out very well. But if you have to sit here and hold it down, and that's kind of a pain. Where the fuel filter is right there, it's kind of a little bit of a pain in the rear, but it's not too bad. The oil filter's in a good spot right there. So yeah, we're getting ready to hopefully, I hope not to start mowing until probably April, late April is what I'm really hoping, but we've been getting a lot of rain. It's kind of been warm here recently, so I don't know, it may end up becoming sooner than expected. So hopefully not, but you never know. So anyhow, we'll get back to you here in just a minute. I always like to at least put the date and the hours on here. So now what we're going to do real quick here, and I'll set you down just real fast here, nothing major, but I wanted to put some oil on this seal. I got the old filter sitting up here, so we'll just take it, put a little bit on here. It makes it better, it kind of gives it like a sealant. If people ain't changed oil before, that wouldn't know this, but you need to put some oil on there. It makes it seal up better. So yeah, that's just, and then you take and after that's all done, as you can see, it still makes a little bit of a mess, but you put some towels down, it won't get on the machine, which is always a daggone plus, because that's a mess cleaning up. I always put too many towels down, but never can have too many, in my opinion. I can clean this up just a hair. Machine off. Get your filter. Like I said, you put your hours and your date on here. And then you just start her on here. Oh, come on. It's kind of a pain to do, but one-handed, but we're doing it. What you do is you get it tight, like where it's pretty tight, where you almost can't hand turn it. You just give her one of them. Just give her a little bit of hand tight on there. Like that, right there. Perfect. So now let's put some oil in this thing, and we'll start her up. And then we'll check the oil after we get it started. So. motor running, get all the oil stuff ran into the filters. We're going to check the oil here and see how she is. See if I need to add in here or not. It takes 2 quarts. Sorry y'all, so I need my hand here. I'm gonna set you down for just a second here. Hope you don't fall in the oil. Be a bad day, but you can even see my reflection in the oil. It's weird. Let's see here. It's a little low. Not too bad though. One more time. Yeah, we'll add just a touch more maybe, just to make sure that we got plenty in here. It don't ever hurt to have a jug of oil laying around during the summertime, because you never know when it may burn a little once in a while. You know, I didn't have that problem at all last year. So we're just gonna add a touch more, nothing major. Probably not even hardly pour into it. Y'all can kind of see the reflection how this all works. Put your little doodad in there. They sent me 3 jugs of Kawasaki 4-cycle 10W40 oil. It takes 2, if I remember right. Last year I thought it took 3, but I'm maybe a little bit off on that. Nothing major. Don't add a lot. Probably that'll be plenty. That'll probably overfill it, but of course it ain't probably ran completely into the filters or leaked wherever it's going to leak at. But it never hurts to have a jug of this around. But there's what I used on that. So we'll take this out. Oh, what happened to the ray I had? Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, and trust me, anybody that does a service or anything, and you're gonna stay clean, yeah, that's gonna happen right. I cannot ever keep from getting oil poured all over myself. So we'll check it one more time here. The machine always gets nasty. That should be plenty. Yep, that's good right there. So the oil's changing, no Exmark now. Fuel filter's changed. The external air filter's been changed. I don't think there's anything major I need to do to the machine. So yeah, that's just the change in the oil. So we're done with the service on it. It ain't too hard to do. There's just some things I don't like. The hose on the back there could possibly, well, if they'd cut, there's a notch right there underneath where the hose comes out of. They cut that a little farther back and just put a regular drain plug in there. That probably would have been okay right there, but that hose is nice. It keeps the machine a little bit cleaner, makes it quicker. The filter's really easy to get to. Fuel filter's a little bit tough, but it ain't so bad. Really good motor. I absolutely love this motor. It does good on fuel. The only thing I wish I'd done is got the 72-inch deck instead of the 60. But this machine, I've had it in some spots last year where I needed to have the smaller deck. This thing, it runs and runs and runs and goes and goes and goes. The yard that I mowed last year took me about 3 hours. I think it was about 3 acres, basically an acre an hour. And I can get through that and still come back and mow here without having to put any fuel in it. I mean, it was low, don't get me wrong, and then there were some times that I left and didn't realize how much fuel was in it, and it was getting really, really, really low. But it made it through. Some things I like. The seat on it, the ride on it's really good. Your instrumentation panel, I love that. That looks really nice, and it's really just, it's in a good spot. It's not got a lot of crap on there. Your digital lights, you got a battery light, fuel light comes on, fuel gauge, when it's in neutral or park or the mower deck's on or something like that, those lights come on in your hour meter. This is a hell of a machine. The X Series, definitely a great piece of equipment. Some things I dislike about it, there is a couple. This is minor, and I could probably fix it, but there is a 4-link system that raises and lowers this deck. These here, Man, when you get on really rough ground, this thing hammers like you cannot imagine. I wish there was like some bushings, some rubber bushings or something in here to, you know, kind of make it a little bit quieter and not sound like you're tearing the mower up. That's the main thing, is I always feel like I'm beating the hell out of the mower when I do that. Last season's mess up was I got into a tree with that and bent the plastic, but it's just a shoot on there. I love my rope. That's always handy to have. Especially you don't have to, you know, lean over and grab it. You just flip the rope and it comes right down. But that 4-link system could use some attention, such as some bushings or something like that. It just hammers a lot. Doesn't sound very nice. Knock on wood, I haven't had to change any belts on it. There's only 2 belts. Got a deck belt and then the main drive belt to the back of the motor. But see, on Dad's mower, the belt goes up and then comes up there to the clutch. On this one, it goes straight back, so that's a lot quicker, I'd say, to change. I hope to not find out anytime soon. I'm not a big belt changing fan. But yeah, it's a very simple design. These mowers are built for sound. These are damn good mowers. I'm glad I bought this one. Glad I traded the Kubota off for it and got this mower. I can cut a lot more grass quicker with a good quality cut than I could with the Kubota. And of course, you know, I added my lights on here. I still love them. That's nice during the fall time when you're out late. Of course, my flashers are always nice when you're out on the roads and stuff. So, just one thing I don't like is that system there needs some attention, some rubber bushings or something like that. It is a little tight back there on some things to get that fuel filter and stuff, but all in all, this is an awesome mower. I would highly recommend this if you're looking for one. The X series, the E, the S, and the X. I've got the X, which has got the bit stronger pumps on it. That's good for around here. We got a lot of hills and hollers. Definitely the stronger pumps help. But they're all good mowers. Exmark makes a good quality mower, and they always got good quality cuts on them. This mower deck is definitely a great mower deck. It's heavy built. There's too much good stuff to say about it. Just a few little nitpicky things that I've got. Love the seat on it. It rides really good. So anyhow, that's my 150-hour review on this machine and servicing it. Hope y'all enjoy it. Please comment, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.